let's be real here. Look at what I told you. I was kind of turned off from scary
Hey,
movies.
could you pull your mic away from your lip a little bit? Your lips is real big, so.
We're just gonna start this shit live.
The only time I caught the Holy Ghost was when I was in church drinking.
Like they're two dumb dudes. Welcome to the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast.
No, I respect Shaq though, because I didn't know how much he has invested in the world.
Yeah.
Like he has property out in I think Mexico City. Obviously, had the whole Shaq shoes at Payless and everything.
Yeah.
So that kids could actually buy his gear.
Yeah, so they can actually afford the clothes and shit like that.
Yeah, I think he owns copyrights to Elvis and Marilyn Monroe.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Papa John's.
Yeah.
Like, look, dudes, I wish he was my friend. No disrespect, I'm just saying.
But he said he ain't leaving his money. He goes, we told his kids, he goes, nah, you ain't rich. I'm rich.
But still, like for him to get his master's degree, he wanted to take like his own course and go.
Yeah.
And I heard the story. He told the story. He said that the professor was like, I can't do this unless I have a class with like 15 students. Yeah. So he went and got 40 of his friends and paid for all the tuition so he can get his master's.
Yeah. That's
like, I'm like, dude, come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? Help me out.
Help me.
Yeah, sign me up for like wood shop or some shit.
Man.
No, but I mean, he also, bro, his house here in Orlando, I don't know if he still lives here, but like the house here, that motherfucker is 75,000 square feet. That's an airport terminal.
Yeah, for real.
And you live in you probably use 2 rooms, the living room and the kitchen. That's it.
Yeah.
The more I look at houses and stuff like now, I'm just like, I can't. Bigger don't mean better.
Nah, it really don't. Shoot, 50 City got a whole house, a whole wing. He don't even go down. Mm-hmm. It's like I don't even touch that part of the house.
Yeah, that's like if you got a house so big that the help lives on property, that's too big, bro. That's too big.
Oh man,
like Richie Rich. Like, you seen the movie Richie Rich with Macaulay Culkin?
Yeah.
These motherfuckers had their own fucking what is it? The fucking Mount Rushmore. Their faces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, with that being said, welcome to the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. It's your boy Sarat, aka Bakazi. AKA Bakazi.
What the fuck you been eating on this morning?
Bro, it's that extra spit you was talking about.
Look, I don't know how you start your days off, but brushing teeth is part of it. Just saying.
Listen, yeah, it's called that helps produce saliva. That's what I'm saying.
Would you brush it with a brush or with another set of lips? That's all I'm asking. Oh man. Shit. And it's your boy Chris Brown, aka Red Point Delta. How's everybody doing up there?
Well, hopefully they doing better than Jamie Foxx in this movie, because it was I mean, there's some issues I had with this movie, but by and large, it was a very interesting film. Chris, you picked it out. Why don't you let the people know what movie we watched this week?
I did, and it was funny. I don't even remember the name. It's Day Shift. Day Shift with Jamie Foxx, Snoop Dogg, Dave Franco, Megan Good on Netflix.
Yeah, Megan Good.
Yeah, she was good. She was squatting down.
Mm-hmm.
They made sure they got that shot on purpose. I know they did.
Let's do a lot of hand holding shots from behind real quick.
Yeah.
No, I like this movie. I don't know about you.
I did like it. It had no major depth to it, but it was fun to watch, in my opinion.
I like it specifically for one reason only, and I'll go into it after you tell the people what the movie was about, because you hear the name Day Shift, you don't really know.
Mm-hmm. It's basically like vampire bounty hunters.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And just to summarize the story real quick, Jamie Foxx is part of a bounty hunting team or a union or whatever that he got kicked out of for, I guess, not obeying union laws.
Yeah.
So he was like hunting on his own, and like I guess basically selling vampire teeth on the black market.
Mm-hmm. Going to pawn shops to sell vampire teeth.
Yeah. But I guess he need to come with a certain amount of money in a couple of days, so that his wife wouldn't take his daughter and move to a different state.
Yeah.
So that was the whole gist of it all. But it's about him hunting vampires in the day shift, not nighttime, because no vampires only coming at night.
Yeah.
But the leading villain, the lady, whatever, I guess she came up with something, or she had something where she could actually be out in the daytime.
Yeah, sunscreen.
So that's what it was.
Yeah, it was some kind of like high powered sunscreen.
Gotcha.
Okay, so the reason why I like this movie is, and I just had this conversation the other day, is because I felt like they approached vampires a lot different than most movies. Because the other day, and this is the reason why, the other day I might have went to a vampire brothel.
Okay.
It was just, it's like a, so I thought it was going to be like a haunted house that was vampire themed. Because they said in the ad, it said it's 15,000 square feet. You have access to the whole place. You can walk around. They had a bar in there. You can just walk around and do whatever. And they had a performance at the beginning of the thing. And then you can walk around and explore this coven, whatever. So then I buy the tickets, and then I get the email, and the thing says, if you are 18 and under, you will not be admitted, even with a parent. And then it said, it said, if you are turned off by certain forms of sexual aggression, you this might not be for you. And they said full nudity, and I was like, what the fuck what did I just buy?
You didn't read the fine print?
No, that wasn't on the ad. That got sent after you bought the tickets.
Oh, snap.
Oh, this is how you kind of enjoy it. And I'm like, maybe I should put this on the actual main page.
Man, don't be afraid to tap into your freaky sexuality.
Listen, first of all,
found you was in there doing some crazy shit.
First of all, so I went there.
Oh, yeah, you went. Okay.
I went.
Yeah, so you still went.
I got a drink. I went, and
You got a drink? Okay. What kind did you get?
blood. What do you? I drink the blood. But so I went, and it wasn't nearly as crazy as like the ad or the rules made it out to be.
Mm-hmm.
Super gay, but but it wasn't bad. Like there was one dude, he went flying across the ceiling, but he had on a trench coat and like a fucking leopard print thong.
Oh gosh!
It was like, I was like, what the fuck? And he just floating like this, and then they have one dude. He had like a fucking suit jacket on, but high heels. So it was very like drag queens, but also like actors and stuff. It was just a whole fucking like play, like a 45-minute play, and then you can go walk around the whole area because they had set it up to look like a coven. But when I was watching it, I was like, man, when did the vampire lore become so like androgynous like that? Like when do you remember vampires becoming all like latex vinyl suits and shit like that?
Look, you know what it was?
What?
They saw Blade in Deadpool, Wolverine, and everybody just got they vampire craze back.
No, but no, because it was the 4th year that they had it. But here's the thing. Okay, so like because
so you've been 3 times before.
No, I'm just saying it said it on the website, motherfucker. If I had been 3 times, I would have known what to expect. I might have dressed up. I went there in jeans and a t-shirt. I was like, maybe I'm a bit underdressed.
Overdressed. Oh
Yeah,
man, look! I got some friends that said, "Ooh, short, slim, and Asian. That's my style."
Yeah, your friend looking like Jabba the Hutt.
Oh,
no, like the whole vampire thing. Like when we grew up, vampires look like Dracula, fucking Count Chocula, like vampire in Brooklyn. Like they had a specific look.
Vampire in Brooklyn. They look like Marcos. Shout out to Marcos. He ain't on here, but just the darker Marcos. Oh man!
I hope he watches this. But no, like when did it switch over to like, extra like sexual like vampire shit?
I mean, well, let's be real here. Look at what I told you. I was kind of turned off from scary
Hey,
movies.
could you pull your mic away from your lip a little bit? Your lips is real big, so.
Get that extra bass, over here beatboxing while I'm talking.
Well, I can't tell if you just fucking talking and doing a drum solo.
Oh man, fuck you. Oh man, what was I saying? Oh, okay, yeah. I was saying so. Scary movies changed up at least like in the early 2000s to where they started being scary to show more sex stuff.
Yeah,
Like even like think about the other movie we did. Was it Terrifier?
yeah,
There was more naked women in the movie and killing for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I mean,
It's like
but in slasher movies, it's always been a trope where like for some reason, the camp counselors or whatever, they always doing some sex stuff when they get killed. That was always kind of a thing that just happened in like slasher movies. But I feel like vampire movies all of a sudden went from being like scary and something to like fear in the night to almost being like, oh, just extra sexual. Like the clothes they wear are extra like tight, shiny. I mean, like fucking Underworld.
okay, well, Underworld's a little different though. Keep going.
But that's vampires. I'm saying, when did vampires change to that look versus the cloak and the tux kind of look, looking like the fucking Phantom of the Opera and shit?
Yeah.
I just want to know. I don't know when that change happened.
No, yeah, because we actually did a movie a few months back. Was it Renfield, something like that?
Yeah, Renfield.
And that was vampire. Well, not vampire based, but had a vampire in there.
Yeah,
but yeah, that wasn't even a sexual movie.
Yeah, that was more
like
it was more like it was kind of based off like the old look of the vampires, but it was a comedy clearly. But like they had more of the classic vampire look. I just want to know why like the modern vampire looks like they go to like S&M clubs, right?
Yeah.
You ever been to S&M club?
Nope.
I have.
The only thing closest to that was it Hollister?
Oh, what? The store?
Yeah.
Hold on, you're gonna have to connect that for me.
And there is no connection. I just had to think of something that sounded like that people don't do.
Yeah, go to Hollister. I don't know. Well, where else do white people? Where else do black people don't shop? Joanne Fabrics.
There was some do-rags in there. Oh man!
You want to attract black people to a store? You just put a bunch of white tees at the front.
What? Oh man!
I remember my sister-in-law's brother used to he opened up a store and he's like, yeah, he goes, I'm about to open up this shop, and it was like, it was the blackest store you'd ever been to, bro. Oh, it had an airbrushing station. Just sold white tees, do-rags, and mixtapes. I was like, man, you guys are cutting out a whole like.
and there was Asian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See.
Yeah. We're just placating the stereotypes. But no, like let's say, so I've been to an SNL club in San Francisco. I had a friend of mine. She took me there once. And it's just like what like Underworld or the clubs in Blade. It's almost exactly like that. I remember walking in, you're like, some of the women were showing up there, and like they showed up, they would take off their trench coat and they would just have on like fucking lingerie or underwear with fucking electrical tape over their nipples. I'm like, y'all just walking in downtown San Francisco like this? Then I walked in and like, I remember this one dude, he looked like Iggy Pop. You know who Iggy Pop is?
I know the name.
He's like a 1980s like rocker, like that, like crazy blonde hair from the overseas and shit. But like he looked just like Iggy Pop, but he had on a mini skirt.
Okay.
And there was another dude who looked like Courtney Love, and he had on like a nightie, and it was dancing. They was dancing in the club, but like didn't nobody really know how to dance. It was all like electro music.
Yeah, they'll do the jump in place. Yeah, that's all you do.
Yeah, well, so like my friend Nikki, she was like, hey, just to make sure like the dress code's all black. So I just wore like a black button up and black slacks, And I walked in there, but I never felt claustrophobic in my life till that moment.
Really?
I was just looking around like, shit, where the fuck am I? Like, I felt like I was in the middle of a fucking vampire like thing. So then at one point, all of a sudden the DJ just starts playing Justin Timberlake. So I was like, oh shit. So I started dancing and everyone else stopped. They're just looking around.
Like, we can't dance to this. I can't get jiggy with this shit.
Bro, I was looking around. I'm like, man, like it's just so like, I was just so out of my element that I didn't know what to expect. And I saw one Puerto Rican girl. She had on like a schoolgirl outfit. I was like, okay, this girl, like, she's cute, whatever. Next thing you know, they put a mask on her. They tied her up and was doing like whipping her. I was like, I need to get the fuck out of here. I need to. I ain't never
church after that.
I ain't never felt like I needed to pray in my life, but in that moment, I was like, Jesus, forgive me for all that shit I used to talk.
Oh man.
All right, but so in this movie, like, you know, again, the reason why I liked is because the approach that they did with the vampires, it was more modern.
Okay.
You know, like the vampires were dressed as like normal people. It didn't have that trope of like, you know, the cloaks and all that shit. It's just like vampires are among us, and I actually really like that take on what the vampires look like.
Okay.
I mean, if you made a vampire movie, where would you set it?
Where would I set it?
Yeah, where would the setting be?
Somewhere creepy.
Why does that have to be creepy?
The vampires, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro, you gotta think out of the box, bro.
Yeah, but creepy is still a factor.
Yeah, but it don't. I guess.
I mean, you got to have the smog and the bright moon with the owl. You know what I'm saying? Creepy sounds. You know.
Yeah, okay, yeah. If you're making like a classic,
Ichabod Crane type. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but imagine this. Imagine, like I said, thinking out of the box. Imagine if you did an army movie. You have your platoon, and you know your platoon that they go in there. The people that do like the recon. They go in there and they do the recon during the day. Then at night, that fucking Green Beret vampire crew pops out and like, all right, this is when they go in and fucking do their work.
That would be interesting. A military vampire movie.
Yeah. It's just like the beginning of that Robin Hood with fucking what was it, Jamie Foxx?
Jamie Foxx, what's his name? Tigrin or whatever it is.
Taron Egerton?
Yeah, there you go.
Because that first 10, 15 minutes is like Call of Duty, but with fucking bow and arrows. That shit is dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like doing a NASCAR movie with vampires.
Oh, but how would that work? Or how would the vampires work in NASCAR?
I mean, they got to race at night. and the cars run off blood. They don't run off gas.
Man, that's a lot of. Yeah, I can see that. Well, maybe just foot races. They all fast.
Oh shit!
the Vampire Olympics.
They lose and bite the judge. You know what I'm saying? Oh man.
Yeah. What you drinking?
Man. Oh man. Right now, just some good H2O.
Okay.
Yeah.
Purified. You put any electrolytes in there? Dash of salt, bro.
Look, I get that from the pig feet.
Bro, I'm telling you, just take a little pinch of salt and put it in there. It'll change your life, especially you. Well, I don't know. Your blood pressure might be high. That salt might.
I get it from the pork chops.
I got this thing over here, and I succumbed to some marketing.
Okay.
I saw fucking a podcast with Tom Holland.
Okay.
Spider-Man. And apparently he's given up like alcohol.
Okay.
Drink anymore. So he started his own non-alcoholic beer company called Bureau.
Interesting.
So, yeah. So I saw it and I was like, you know what? Let me try that. Let's see what this is.
Have you tried it yet?
No, this is literally my first taste.
Oh, okay.
I got 3 flavors. It's the hazy IPA. And then there's a noon wheat, and then the Kingston Golden Pills.
Interesting.
So I'm gonna try the hazy IPA today.
Okay.
Yeah.
That actually doesn't sound bad.
So one of the things he was talking about was like when you go to a bar or something and you see like the non-alcoholic drinks and stuff like that, yeah, a lot of them are like the color blue. Like you do, different drinks and blue.
Yeah.
He goes, he didn't like that because it was like that's like a signal, like the back. You put the back signal out that he ain't drinking some normal shit.
Yeah.
Why you got to make someone feel like they're different for just drinking something non-alcoholic? I think it's possibly more than likely done that way so that people don't accidentally grab the wrong one by accident. So you don't want motherfuckers accidentally fucking sipping on a full alcohol beer. But let's see.
Yeah, let's see how this goes. Much better than the glass, but go for it. See, now that was a taste. The other shit you be doing? I don't know what the fuck that was.
Yeah, man. First of all, what, you want me to go get a little spoon, pour it all on a spoon and eat it?
That's the way you be acting.
Man, fuck out of here. That was a taste. It's sip. Gotta let it all on the lips. I know your lips are bigger, so you need a lot more to taste, but
I gotta fill up the whole bottom section of it and slip it down. You know what I'm saying? Oh man.
Bad for your chapstick. And it's actually really good. I actually like this. I actually might go grab a cup. Hold on.
Go get a cup. All right, we take a brief intermission.
Yeah, I'll go grab a cup. You can do whatever. You can go pee or poop or whatever you gotta do, and then we'll reconvene.
No, I was gonna try to get like a quick jerk off session.
All right, go for it.
Yeah, so it's gonna take like 3 seconds.
Yeah, I know. You out here dry handing it?
Oh shit. Oh yeah.
You ain't lying. That was quick.
Yeah, I need it. I need the stress. I know you seen Wolf
had
of Wall
no
Street.
lotion this morning. So let me just take care of this real quick.
I know you seen Wolf of Wall Street.
I do. Yes, I did. So all right. So day shift. So, could you be a vampire bounty hunter?
Yeah, I think it would be cool.
Like how cool? How I know you got guns. Cool. How?
I mean, not even that, because the reason why I like the movie, like I said, the movie had no real depth to me, but I did appreciate the action.
Oh, the action was dope.
You know what I'm saying? Like all the fight scenes, of course, the vampires twisting up their bodies, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they're actually showing that they don't die easily. You have to really like fight these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, I think I just appreciate the hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah. I just appreciated they were approaching vampires from a different angle than your normal come out at night, kill everyone kind of thing. Like no, they created this whole mythology about wherever they were. I don't know, somewhere in probably California. They're saying like vampires used to kind of reign over that area, and now like they're kind of been dissipated or taken away, so they're trying to move back in and retake over that area, repopulate that area again. And then you got with the way like Jamie Foxx played it, it was kind of like a character in like Bad Boys.
Okay.
It wasn't your normal it wasn't like a Blade. It was like a comedy version of Blade kind of.
Yeah.
Which I really appreciated, because again, like I said, it's hard to come at something like vampire mythology, from a different angle. No, I mean, they call it, they shout it out in the movie, and as I don't care how anyone feels about it, Twilight came at vampires from a different angle than what you would normally see, so you can appreciate that. Other than the fucking sparkly shit.
Yeah, the diamond skin, but of course had to make it so it was like less bloody and everything else. Which
Yeah,
I mean,
but here's the thing: the motherfucker was upset that he thought Bella would think he was a monster because he sparkled in the daytime.
yeah,
Like that's like we writing this for little preteen girls.
well, look, give me a piece of your cheek, cut that shit off, and make a ring out of it.
Yeah,
That's not just right. It's the new diamonds, baby.
this is 100% pure vampire skin. Right?
For real. Oh man.
But no, like okay, so again, so the reason why Jamie Foxx is going hard is because, again, like you said, he was kicked out of the union, right?
For violating codes.
Yeah. So as a person who used to work within a union, do you prefer working with a union or without the union?
I prefer. Okay, that's good. I can't say what I prefer.
Or what are the pros and cons?
Because, like you said, there's a part when him and Dave Franco are talking,
Yep.
the character, and he says, he said, sometimes you can't live by the code because I'm out here in these streets. The code is for people in the office. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I looked at that on the military side and in the union. You know, I mean, I'm not afraid to admit I've done a whole lot of shit out there working for the union that was just the better decision to do at that moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, granted, cover your tracks after because it could be wrong. But if you're out there and you're doing whatever job it is you're required to do, the best way possible. Our biggest thing was always protect life and property. Number one rule.
Yeah.
If you protect the life and property and doing it, then how much trouble can I really get into? And if you can justify, I did this to protect this, they really can't say shit to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the part that actually stood out to me. Where he was like, I'm out here, like my feet are on the ground. And I used to go through that with military. Like all you officers are in there on these computers and behind a desk and reading this, that, whatever. I'm on the ground. So I'd rather deal with y'all fucking mouths when I get back there. But I'm gonna do what I gotta do out here.
Yeah.
To not only save me, to save the rest of the platoon too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
because I get the idea behind a union is they're out here they're there to look over everybody. You know, they're there to make sure everyone's treated right, and they're there to make sure that people aren't being taken advantage of in a work environment. You know, so I appreciate that. But then sometimes the hassle of dealing with a union. Sometimes you're just like, man, I could just do this right here, right now, in 5 seconds, and things would get done a lot quicker. It would be a lot more efficient. Prime example, I work in some buildings that are union buildings, so you have your union reps in there, and you have you just got to follow the union code. So, for example, if my stuff is set up and I need to move my case 2 feet to the right, I can't touch it. I got to go find someone to go, find someone, the pushers who can then come and move my case for me. Because it's a union job. That's their job. Their job is to set up all that stuff. I can't touch any of that. If they see me doing that, I get in trouble. Whereas to me, I'm just like, I'm trying to say I got a bunch of work I got to do. I can just literally just push this 2 feet to the side and we're good. Yeah. But now I got to spend the next 15 minutes trying to find someone, call someone over so they can come do this.
That's crazy.
So stuff like that, it's like, okay, you're looking out for people's jobs. Like the unions looking out for people's jobs. These people are paid to do something. They don't want you having to do something that you shouldn't have to do. When we were at Friendly's, motherfuckers had us watching the fucking scround machine and the lid machine and the freezers. And it's like, if you had a union, you'd have one person in each place. Y'all can't touch it. Like while you're on the screen, you can't touch the lids. Like he's got to let the lid guy take care of that. Don't let them make you have to do more work than you are required to do. I get that, but I think pros and cons.
Definitely. That's why I can't say what I prefer. It just depends on the job, I guess.
Yeah.
If the job that I'm working is better union ran or better individually ran.
Yeah. Well, because again, we've been in jobs where clearly we're doing way more than we should be. Like we got way more responsibility on our hands than we that we can do, but should we really be doing that?
Yeah.
And, having a union and sitting there and being like, no. Like, y'all ain't going to do that to my workers kind of thing.
Yeah.
I get that. But I don't know. And with that being said, I don't know if I could be a fucking vampire bounty hunter. I don't know.
I mean, I think it'd just be fun. But here, if I was, I'd be like the two brothers.
Yeah. No, you wouldn't. You're not that. First of all, you're not that agile.
No, that's the fuck I am. Don't let this body fool you.
No, you just gonna run into him like the Blob.
Hey, whatever is necessary. You know what I'm saying? But no, like I would rather do it in a team where you have a partner.
Yeah.
And there's a part in the movie where I think he says he needs another bullet or he ran out or something like that. And he literally ejects it from the gun and he catches it and shoots him.
Yeah.
That shit was dope. Even though it's a fucking movie, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like when you got a partner that y'all know y'all can move in sync like that, I think that should be fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like the idea of having like, again, someone who you have a rapport with that like, yeah, this is what we do. So, the way we move around, like you can tell we fucking professionals.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that when they showed up, I thought they were going to be like competing like vampire hunters. So I thought maybe Jamie and Dave Franco were going to be competing on them to see who can get the most like vampire kills. But when they did all the time, no, we're going to go into this house together. We'll take them all out. We'll split it 50-50. I thought that was cool too, because I thought we would see them and maybe at some point they would all start fighting with each other. But it was cool to just see like, all right, we all went in there, we made this money. Now we good to go.
Because Jamie needed the money. That's why he's like, fuck no. And he's like, well, yeah, it's a good idea. Come on. You know what I'm saying? It's like he knew it's a better decision. And granted, they said the house was a hive. Yeah. But they just kept coming out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, one of the production companies that worked on the movie is 8711. I don't know if you recognize them. So 8711 is a stunt group out of LA, but it was started by David Leitch and Chad Stahelski, and those are the guys that like did like John Wick. They did all the stunts. They got big because they did the stunts for The Matrix.
Okay.
And so like you keep an eye out because you'll see a lot of movies that have their production company on there. And a lot of those movies are done in a way to help just because they're all action guys. So it's like, let's make our movies so that our stuntmen can have work. Which is dope to me.
Yeah.
It's like if you got a bunch of friends who are professional wrestlers, like, let's just start putting on our own shows so that we all have work to do, kind of thing. But, yeah, it was I really liked the action in the movie. I did like I actually liked the story, like the whole doing what you got to do to provide for your family so they aren't taken away. Like you could probably speak on that more than me. Like when that moment happens, I'm just saying I got 2 kids. They got 4 legs each. So
hold on, but I got a deeper punchline for that.
Go ahead.
Because you and I both know who helps out the family the most out of your family, me included.
I ain't gonna toot my own horn or nothing.
No, I'm just saying something about. I mean, I know how to get down and dirty to provide for my family. Do what I got to do.
Yeah,
but you got even though you're an immigrant, you got first world problems. I ain't gonna say no names, but people call you, but yo, I spent my money on gambling. Can you help me? You're like, yeah, sure, I got you.
Like, to the point where I'd be like, I can't help you no more, bro. Like you just taking all the money and just re-gambling it. What you doing?
First world problems. You know what I'm saying? Even though you're third world ugly, Chris Tucker.
No, I'm cute, like Snoopy.
Speaking of, what you think about Snoop in the movie?
So, listen, I thought the acting in this movie was good, but you could clearly see that Snoop isn't, the best actor in the world.
Nah.
There was one point where he was like making the mad face, and I was like, "Why do you look so weird making this mad face?" He was like,
"It's the flesh wound, cuz."
Yeah, when he pulled out the rag, I was like, "Why are you tying it around your neck like that?"
My thing was because his introduction I thought was dope. Like, he's supposed to be like some new John Wayne, so to speak. Had the cowboy boots on. I think his truck should be a little different.
Yeah, I think it should have been like a lot more like heavy,
beefed up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But he came with the cowboy hat, the dreads, the vest. Like he actually looked like that dude. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But then he came down to being LA. Like, what you saying, cuz?
I liked that like kind of every vampire, every bounty hunter kind of had their own look. Like again, the 2 brothers, they had that SWAT team kind of look.
Yeah,
fucking flak jackets and shit like that. He has that like in like that 6-shooter Western kind of look. Jamie's got his fucking just like a dude from the neighborhood.
Yeah.
If you were a vampire hunter, what's your look? And you think outside the box, bro.
Nah, because I need a sword. I gotta have a blade. and this is not
machete, not a sword.
It wouldn't be no regular sword. It has to be something different, something like a sword, something like a sword.
Why? I get that you want it, but why? What is it about you that says a sword? Because I don't see a sword. I see butcher knife, kitchen knife, something with cooking.
And let me just walk around with a bunch of fucking frying pans on me and some oil, some garlic oil. Like,
exactly. You put it in your mouth, spitting it on them.
Oh man, I don't know. I just like blades. Like, if I could have the sword that I want, it'd be the one from Final Fantasy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, like fucking Cloud Strife, the fucking giant ass.
Yes.
Oh, come on.
It has like 7 blades in one. Come on now.
Listen, realistically, where you live and everything, you would have guns, a machete, or actually juice.
That'd be dope.
Yes.
Be a with a dog.
Yeah. Like teach Juice how to sniff out vampires.
Hell yeah. Oh man.
I don't know. I would have like sewing needles. I'd be shooting sewing needles out of a blow dart.
All right, Kiss of the Dragon. Oh man. Hold on, out of a blow dart. So you types of African roots?
Yeah. I told you, man. I'm ancestors is black.
Aphrodite. Oh man.
I was like my great grandfather taught me how to do this.
Oh man.
But could you? I mean, obviously, I'm sure you could connect with Jamie's plight in the movie. His ex-wife is about to wants to move away, take the daughter with her to Florida, and he's trying his best to keep them in town. What goes through your mind when something like that happens? Because that's fucking like that's like last resort. I got to do whatever I got to do to keep them in town.
Yeah. I mean, just any scenario when your back's against the wall and you really care about something, you're doing something. I think every person goes through this, and this is how actually what helps either make or break a person.
Yeah.
When your back's against the wall, you got to come out fighting, or you just sit there and die. One of the two.
Do you have an example in your life where you maybe stepped outside of the box in order to make shit happen?
Step outside the box all the time. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, but your box is kind of rancid. So,
yeah. I don't know. I mean, I have, but to pinpoint a situation, it's like I don't know, because I've always felt like I've always felt like I had to step outside the box.
Yeah.
Like even as a kid, like when something was going crazy or left or whatever,
but you ain't never had to like learn a new skill on your do something where like, okay, like this is not something I never thought I'd acquire or know how to do, but I needed to do this in order to they're cooking ramen on the fucking dashboard.
Hey, I fed a lot of people. Just saying, you know what I mean?
I'm just saying, like that. Like that's an example of stepping outside the box and doing what's necessary in order to make things happen.
And that's what I'm saying. I think because I've always had to live a life like that, where it's like you got to come out fighting.
Yeah.
It's you have to learn. Okay, I guess if I could put this in a deeper term, you have to learn how to fight, but not just physically.
Okay.
In I guess if I can compare it to a cat, which is why I always think cats better than dogs.
Oh, fuck out of here.
Just saying. Even though I got dogs, I like cats better. Oh shit. Oh man. Look.
Okay.
The reason why I like cats is because cats know how to mind their business. Yeah. And obviously a cat's weaker than a dog. You know what I'm saying?
A cat's what?
Weaker than a dog.
Yeah, domestic. Yes.
But they're more agile.
Mm-hmm.
Like I watched you just get scratched in the face by a cat.
Yeah.
And she stopped everything. It was like, let me back up off this one for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Because let's say you get a cat in the corner, that's when they're most vicious.
Yeah.
Because they got to fight the way out.
Mm-hmm.
And even though a dog got a bigger bite, you catch that dog on the nose at the right time with them claws, he might pause, but you just brought yourself 2 seconds to get the fuck out of there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, cats are essentially like trained killers.
Yeah.
That's what they are. Saying? You know, they instinctually, they're fucking killers. We just, people just have them living in the house because they like the companionship. But those are, you got a fucking, ex-con in your house. He's just waiting.
Yeah. And that's why I said I think I like cats because they're not friendly like a dog. Dog walk up to you, sniff your tail wagging. Hey, who are you? We got people. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Cat be like, you walk in the house, they'll look up. Big, come here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Big. Hey, we know them? They cool? You know what I'm saying? Walk around for a minute, might disappear. Yeah. Y'all know that. I don't know that fool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, that do sound like you.
I'm just saying. They go mind their business, and when it comes time to fight, then they bring in the heat. You know what I mean? But
I remember when me and Mercedes first moved to Florida, and like we had no money and shit like that. So like, in order to help, move things along, I taught myself how to do nails. I taught myself how to like reattach like extensions and shit like that. Because you spend all that money, you try to make it last as long as possible. So I never thought I'd know how to do that shit, but now as I'm like, yeah, I can, tighten your nails up, paint them, put a design on there.
See, you did it try to move forward. I did it trying to fuzzy. We was both moving forward, but in different ways.
Speaking of moving forward, so in the movie, the commodity is the fangs, a vampire's fangs, and the way they built the mythology is, the fangs are the only part of the vampire that doesn't regenerate, and you could do whatever, but as soon as you take those out, like you could essentially taking away a vampire's powers.
Yeah.
So like, I'm trying to think, what do you think would be the equivalent of that in like modern day, like human form?
You don't know where my mind went to the very first thought.
Oh, yes, I do.
Cut your dick off. That should regenerate. Scarface said it best. You know what I'm saying? May as well get his word in his balls.
Yeah.
you ain't got them shit. What you got? You seen Carlito's Way? Yeah. I know you had with doing the wheelchair. Come on, man. Look at you. Look at me. I'm in the wheelchair. I can't fuck.
Oh shit. Yeah, I think so. I think your sexual parts.
I mean, because
you take that away, you might as well not live.
I mean, yeah. I mean, because everything ain't gonna rejuvenate itself. You cut your hair off, that shit will grow back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you cut your nails off, it grows back.
You cut an arm off? Nah, but you could live without an arm. You know what I'm saying? You cut a leg off, you can live without a leg. Get your prosthetics.
Yeah.
So you probably cut a butt cheek off, you still be fine.
Bro, butt cheek's just meat. You might look a little funny, but that's it.
But shit, you cut off that middle?
Exactly. You right, bro. Like, I'd be like the angriest motherfucker walking around. But you know what it's like shopping for jeans now?
Oh shit. Oh man.
Okay, so I had a question in this movie, which was, what does Megan Good do for a job?
I don't think they went into that.
Exactly. She just had this nice house. Jamie Foxx lived in the apartment. She had the nice house, and the what was left over from whatever their marriage was. Like, she got everything, but she needs him to help pay for all the stuff for the daughter. I'm like, what do you do? What do you do for a living, lady? That you get this nice house?
It's just the way it goes. The world works.
Mm-hmm.
He had a little rundown. He lived in an old school motel built in the apartments now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that was the same motel that was in Friday After Next. The one that Mike Epps and yeah.
You know what? When they pulled up to it in the front, I thought the same thing.
Yeah, I was like,
I was
I've
like,
seen
I was
this
like,
before.
I felt the same, but I was like, I feel like I've seen this hotel before.
Hmm.
Now you want me to go back and look at it just to see.
Yeah. When they pulled up, I'm like, come on, like if they film it in California, you
Mhm.
gotta reuse the same like sets sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, there was one set I think I don't know if it was in this movie or something I just saw. This movie didn't have people surrounded by a truck, did it? No, what was it? Did we just watch a movie where two
Surrounded
people?
by trucks.
Yeah, where they surrounded two people, a car with a bunch of trucks. God damn it! I don't remember the movie now. But it was I remember seeing the street and I was like, oh, that's the one in Fast and Furious where they had the car like tumbling.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you ever do that? Do you ever go to a city and try to look for the places where they film shit?
Nope. Only when I look for Chicago.
They
If,
like
if I
like
know a
you-
movie's been filmed in Chicago or in a series,
Mhm.
I'm watching like the background just to see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like even music videos. One of my favorite songs was a song that I like by God dang it, I can't think of his name right now. Go figure. Russell Dickerson.
Russell Dickerson. I feel like you just made that name up.
Nah, that's his
That
name.
sound like your boy from elementary school.
No, he probably is shit. I don't know, but he makes a song. I guess in my opinion, it's about a girl that he likes, whatever.
Mhm.
But it's almost like a country song.
Yeah.
But it's filmed in Chinatown in Chicago.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
looking like, wait a minute, I know that. That's Cermak.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. How is he seen with Alabama? He's in Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There was a Made Men video. You know, Made Men is Benzino and his group and whatever.
Okay.
And they're from Boston. And I remember they had this one video and it popped up and all of a sudden this thing shot up and it was the sign, the wooden sign that's right between Indian Orchard and Ludlow, right by the bridge.
Really?
Yeah, it was either I want to say it said either welcome to Ludlow or welcome to Springfield, one of those two. But I remember seeing it. I'm like, oh, that's the sign that's right down the street.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I gotta find. I'll find that video. I'll send it to you.
Gotcha.
I like seeing like if you see like Springfield inside in movies and like when they mentioned it in that fucking Anthony Hopkins movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, because it's like a sense of, I guess for me, it's like I guess you're on the map now. Like you're important.
yeah.
People recognize you. You know what I'm saying?
Which is crazy because like Springfield is actually pretty well known. I mean, if you're a history buff, Springfield is pretty well known.
Look, I told you. I think I did. I watched a documentary where Springfield was the middle ground for the first postal trail.
Yeah.
From Boston to New York.
Mhm.
And if you obviously you've been downtown,
Yeah,
a lot of those buildings downtown are made out of marble and stuff like that. So Springfield had some money back in the day.
yeah. I
You know
mean,
what I'm saying?
the first armory in the country was in Springfield. You know, we got again within that area. Basketball was invented in Springfield. Volleyball was invented in Holyoke.
Which is right down the street.
Yep, the Ninja Turtles were first printed in Northampton. Like it's
Dr. Seuss right there in Springfield. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it's crazy. Like like basketball was invented in the basement of the YMCA.
Okay, so I didn't know that. I just knew it was invented in Springfield.
Yeah, that's where it was. It took place in the basement of the YMCA. I think the score was like 2-2 at the end of the game. It was all white guys. So yeah.
and then didn't the first hoop like not have a like it was like
It was
a
a
cage or
basket.
something?
No, it was a
But,
basket
okay.
that they used that you would use to pick apples.
Okay, and then they ended up cutting out the bottom of it so that the ball can fall out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah, that's crazy.
So we got some
Yep.
history.
Yep.
But I mean, okay, so in Day Shift, so like this is it's a Netflix original. And I feel like it's one of the better ones because I actually had a lot
definitely.
of fun watching it. You know? And it's got good production value. Like, do you think if this movie was in theaters, it would have did well?
Maybe because of the cast, yes. But off the critics, no. And the reason
Yeah.
why I say that is because you have the people that sit in those higher seats, whatever. They're like, yeah, the movie didn't have this, there was no that, or whatever. But if it's just a fun movie to go and watch, and you're into like action or whatever, like
Yeah.
if the trailer had been better to sell the movie,
Yeah.
then I think it would have did fine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think it's one of those movies where like, okay, this looks like a fun movie to go watch, and then you go watch it and be like, oh, this is actually much better than I thought it was going to be.
Mhm.
I actually think word of mouth would go through, and they'd actually make their money back and then some. It's kind of like hold on, I got sneeze. Shit.
God bless you.
Shit.
All right. God bless you again.
Yeah, but it's like what is it? Fucking what's it? There was a remember Top Gun, the new Top Gun, kind of like that. Like a lot of people nowadays don't really remember the old Top Gun, but the word of mouth went back. Like, yo, this is actually a dope ass movie, and it's shot crazy. And next thing you know, goes fucking billions of dollars.
But see, and that's the way I feel with Top Gun. The second one, there was no real in-depth storyline besides the fact of I think Rooster's dad being the one that was killed in the first one or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But just the action alone. And knowing it was real action, like it wasn't green screen, it wasn't computerized. They actually in the air doing this shit. Yeah, it's like, yo, that's some skill right there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it comes across like some things like that. Just they come across on screen. Like the action in this movie, like it's not CGI. Like you can see, okay, these are stuntmen doing this crazy shit. Yeah, so like it just comes across way better.
Like I said, the only CGI part of it was when the vampires are like twisting their bodies around and like pulling themselves back together. Yeah. But that's what made them more doper or more funny to me because they can move their bodies in ways where normal people actually can't. Yeah. So they could pull off different moves that you can't really do in a real fight. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But they know how to counter it, whatever the case may be. So
yeah, but also, I like because of that, like the special effects, it allows them to do like crazier kills, like the one where Jamie Foxx, like I think he kicked the painting through the dude's neck. And like
the TV.
Yeah, and the neck rolls on top of it. Yeah. Stuff like that is like because when you do an action movie like this, you gotta approach it in a way like you've seen Blade kill a bunch of people in different ways. Like, okay, how can we make this different? And it's the action in which how they do the kills and how creative they can be. Like you said with the reloading of the bullet. You know who that was, right?
I know who one of them was.
Yeah, Scott Adkins.
Scott Adkins. Is he a Reacher?
No, he's not Reacher. That guy looked like Reacher, but that wasn't him. But it was the brother. He was the other one. Scott Adkins is what was that movie we watched? We watched it, but we never really got to do the episode on it. It was one shot.
Was it with him on Michael Jai White?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, how do you talking about?
Yeah. But he's Boyka in Undisputed too.
Okay. Yeah. See, I feel like he's another good martial artist that doesn't get enough credit. Same with Jai White. I feel like they haven't done a movie that actually shows what they can really do.
Well, the thing is, I feel like a fucking cokehead.
No bunnies. No bunnies. I'm gonna say you picked up a new habit. I support you, but I don't know if I can support this one, brother.
I don't know. I'm trading in the alcohol. I'm drinking this non-alcohol, so I might as well, play with it. But no, he's been in a lot of movies where like you see him, you're like, oh, I recognize that guy, but he's never been in like the leading character. Like he was in Doctor Strange. He was one of the dudes with the fucked up eyes that was chasing Doctor Strange and shit like that. And then he was in John Wick 4. He played the fat dude that John Wick fought in.
That's who that was. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and then in I don't know if you ever saw Unleashed with Jet Li.
Yes, where he has like the collar on or whatever.
Yeah, you know when he fights those three dudes in the pool, in the empty pool. After he gets brought back in with Bob Hoskins and stuff, and they take him to go to that fucking fight pit, whatever, and they push him into the pool, the empty pool, and he's fighting the people in there.
Okay, yeah.
He's one of the ones that's fighting in there. So like,
snap. Okay.
He was Deadpool's stuntman in X-Men Origins.
Okay.
So he's really good. It's just a matter of like, I don't think he's had that role where he was the star and it blew up the way it needs to.
Because I know the other dude, I had to look it up. Actually, my wife pointed it out to me because, she's country. She's from Alabama. she likes watching the old school Reba show.
Oh, that's who that was.
Yes,
Yes.
The quarterback or whatever he was.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was him.
Yeah.
And I was like, and she pointed out, she's like, I've seen him before. She's like, he was on Reba. And I was like, what? And I looked it up. And I was like, holy shit. Like, he don't look so goofy no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Could you? I mean, what would you do if you just realized that like vampires were in and around you everywhere?
I mean, look, can I be one?
You think so? You like food. I don't know if you could be a vampire because you killing a hog and you taking the blood, you leaving the bacon. I don't know if that's up your alley, bro.
I'll cook it right after and then give it away.
No.
That'll be my restaurant. You know what I'm saying? It's all fresh. It'll be Fresh Kills. That's the title. Fresh Kills. It's the restaurant. They wouldn't know. They think it came from the butcher shop. It did right in my back yard.
Listen. I don't trust a chef that don't eat their own food. Okay. And I actually had this conversation with my mom the other day. Because my dad be getting all that venison meat.
Yeah.
From suspect sources. But like, what weapon did you hit it with? F-150?
For real.
But now she'll cook like the venison meat for my dad. Mm-hmm. She'll make it like stews and stuff like that. But she won't taste it. She won't eat it. I'm like, Mom, I don't trust you. I don't trust that it's good. She's like, no, it's real good. I'm like, how you know? She told me she tasted it yesterday, and it was good. And I was like, okay. And she goes, yeah, I tasted the broth. I was like, that ain't tasting it. You didn't even taste the meat.
No, man, look, that's where you get your tasting skills from.
No, fuck that. I taste the food. I taste each piece. You the one out here trying to have meals.
Fuck that. We just had a whole conversation like 3-4 weeks ago. It was talking about making stews and broth and everything. Mm-hmm. You're like, yeah, I taste the broth. I'm good to go. And I'm like, no, you're supposed to get a whole scoop of that shit and get all the peas and carrots and steak and chicken and shrimp all in one spoon.
That's not a taste. That's a bite.
That's a taste. That's a taste. You got to know how it all goes together.
No, hell no.
Yeah.
If you had a burrito, taste this burrito, and the motherfucker took a bite, you'd be like, what the fuck you doing? You eating a lot of my burrito right now. I took a taste.
That is a taste.
No, that's a whole ass bite. You doing Casal tastes.
No, and
one sausaging it. You gotta have a whole mouth in the shit, and then
the fucking burrito, and you got like one half of it is like meat, and then you got like sauce and cheese and lettuce and tomatoes and guacamole and everything else. It's layered. You have to eat a whole fucking piece.
No. I said taste the shit. You'd be like, let me just wrap my lips,
yes,
these dark lips around this thing and take a bite.
I was gonna say something, but it's gonna sound so gay. And then you gotta gather something to squeeze it and make it all. Oh shit! This is fucking terrible. We gonna left every fucking time,
bro. Well, I mean, like again, there wasn't much depth to the story other than how far would you go to to provide for your family and keep them in town. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the movie, after they go through what they go through with the vampires and shit like that, like even the wife is just like, yeah, we ain't there yet. I know you just saved me from getting my ass killed and shit like that, but I can't give you a kiss.
Matter of fact, speaking of, because maybe I missed the part or whatever, how was James Franco able to regenerate but not be a villain, so to speak?
Oh, Dave Franco, you mean?
Yeah, shit.
So, because like some of the vampires are just choosing to be like they get that bloodthirst, but once they satiate that bloodthirst, mm-hmm. their personality is their personality.
Okay.
And he ended up like after when they got to the house, and then they had captured the wife and the daughter, and then like and then that's your friend over there. Like they had turned him.
Yeah.
So they were waiting. They knocked Jamie out, thinking he was gonna wake up, and then he was going to try to suck all his blood out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that. Like the idea that, okay, other than when they're thirsty for blood, it's their personality is just their personality. Like if you a bitch, then you're just going to be a vampire bitch. So.
All right, Bradley.
I'm just saying, like, why, like, because like in Twilight, that first 6 months, you were just like, bloodthirsty, so you couldn't be controlled and shit like that. But like after that, then you're personality is your personality.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Okay, I get that. I get that. 'Cause that did throw me off for a minute.
Yeah. But other than that, like it was, that's pretty much the depth of the story. There isn't much, nuance or anything going there. And nothing like they're not trying to say anything, no social commentary or nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's like, hey, like, do you want to be a desk jockey or do you want to be on the field?
Yeah.
Like, what would you? I know you're.
Fuck that. Put me in the field, baby.
Jeez. Didn't you? Aren't you the one that said you was really good at working in the office? All the white women was all over you. I'm like, yeah.
That's why I can't be in the office.
Like for some reason, every time I walk in the office, it's winter. All these around.
Oh man, nah. I got a subliminal habit of getting to know the head lady in the office in case I need a favor. Because I always need a favor because I'm always doing something stupid. So I make it a point, even if I don't even want to. It just happens. I need to know who she is. That way, I know how to get what I need to get.
Bro, no, you just attracted to fucking, that's the pheromones.
Power.
No, them pheromones leaking from behind them zippers. All right, hunt. Time to hunt.
Hey, I'm a vampire. You know what I'm saying?
You are like a truffle pig.
Oh man.
Yeah. No, but okay, so like the last couple of Netflix movies we've seen have been like pretty good fucking movies. Like, do you think the day of movies getting theatrical releases are just it's only relegated to like the big blockbusters now?
Yeah. COVID changed a lot of shit.
Yeah, but is that a good thing?
No, it sucks.
Well, go ahead.
So you got to remember, we used to go to the movies at least once a week, and it was for me. I can speak for you, but for me, it was just the experience of being in the movie theater.
Yeah,
you get the candy, get the popcorn.
Yeah,
I had the liquor. You know what I'm saying? So but you're in there enjoying the movie. You forget about life for a minute.
Yeah.
For that whole hour and 30 minutes, 2 hours you're in there, nothing exists. Put your phone away and just enjoy the movie.
Yeah.
And it's all that excitement is gone. It's like everything's on at home now.
Yeah.
You got 50,000 different streaming services. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is buy a big enough TV, and then you're safe in your own home. But it takes away from the experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, watching a movie as a group is one of the best experiences. But when everybody's laughing at the same time, when everybody's like feeling a heartfelt moment, like there's nothing better than that.
I'll tell you, my most favorite memorable movie is when we would go see the first Hangover.
Yeah.
And like in the whole theater, not just our row, the whole theater was in tears laughing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was just a fun time. Like everybody was on the same page, so to speak, at that time.
Yeah, everybody's brains are on the same wavelength.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We need to. And the thing is, movies like this, I feel like the issue is like it costs so much money to invest in like marketing and stuff like that. Like movies like this kind of fall by the wayside and they get relegated to streaming. And I just feel like there's got to be a different way of approaching marketing for a movie so that these movies can get that theatrical, even if it's just 2 weeks. Put a movie in just so people can experience it on the big screen. Maybe you're not looking to make all your money back on the big screen, but you're giving people a chance to see it in a way that like it's the makers mean for it to be seen.
Yeah.
That's like if you get like some Michelin star food, but it's takeout. Like, nah, it ain't gonna taste the same.
Yeah.
Like, you get a pizza. Pizza don't taste the same unless you eat it in a restaurant.
Since when?
Since always. If you get restaurant pizza, you eat it there versus getting it take home and bringing it home and eating it in a half hour. It's much better, fresher.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree. Yeah. Fresh is always better.
Yeah. Some pizzas are just you don't know what they would taste like fresh because they've always been takeout. Like Papa John's, always been takeout.
Yeah.
So imagine if they had tables at Papa John's where you could just get the pizza, just sit right down and eat it right then. It might taste different.
You know what? You know what's so funny with Papa John's though?
What?
I like Papa John's for one thing,
The garlic?
or two: the garlic sauce
Mhm.
and that pepper they give you with the pizza.
Yeah, you don't like the pizza?
The pizza's fine, but the pepper makes the difference.
Yeah. The garlic sauce makes it different for me.
Oh yeah, the garlic sauce is definitely on point, but that pepper, like I just dip it in the sauce, eat the pepper.
Yeah.
The pepper's mine. I don't care whether I paid for the pizza or not. The pepper's mine. Just saying.
Somebody gonna walk in. Where'd the pepper go? You be like, I don't know. These motherfuckers, maybe they've got to put one in.
I used to order extra. Like, I need extra peppers on the side. You know what I'm saying?
What's your favorite pizza place that you like?
As-
Like
as
from
a fast food
childhood,
chain?
whatever. Just like something that's got like a nostalgic, like, memory to you that like.
Not from childhood, but 71st and Jeffries, right in the hood of Chicago. Italian Fiesta.
Okay, why?
Something different about it. People always, we had this conversation before. People talk about Illuminati's and Giordano's and everything else like that, the big pizza pies and everything, which they're good. But that Italian Fiesta, that thin crust with the
Yeah.
toppings and that seasoning, look, they serve the shit to you wrapped in foil. That should let you know. It's in the box and foil's wrapped on top of it. But
Okay.
anybody I've ever introduced that pizza to,
Mhm.
loved it. Loved it.
For me, my favorite, and I think it's just memories, is fucking Colony Pizza, Springfield.
But see, it wasn't pizza for me. It was the grinders.
But the grinders were good, but their pizza, they would always, and it was the first place I ever seen do it, where they would do, the dough, the sauce, the toppings, then the cheese.
Mm.
It just had a different taste to it. It was so good. It was that or like Frankie and Johnny's before.
I remember Frankie and Johnny's.
It was before they started putting them in pizza boxes. Because before they
Okay.
put it in like the paper bags.
Damn, that's history right there.
Yeah, they used to.
Damn.
You get it. They put a little plastic little table thing there. But I always thought that was a toy table for some reason.
Yeah.
I never thought that was to stop the fucking thing from hitting the toppings.
Yeah.
But yeah, they would put it in a paper bag, wrap it up, roll it, and then staple.
Damn, that's history for a motherfucker right there.
So Frankie and Johnny's on Island Pond Road.
Hell yeah.
That's my shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah. All right, man. Final thoughts on Day Shift.
Oh shit. I like the movie. Like I said, it was fun to watch. No real in depth to it. If you want to see some good action, I thought it was done pretty well. As I say, most of the time it's a good evening movie, even for the family. There's nothing extra crazy or sexual or blood or whatever. Just it's a decent movie to watch for an evening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'll agree with that. It's definitely a good watch. It's a fun watch.
Yeah, there was some funny parts to it.
It's definitely it's a popcorn movie. Let's just
Okay,
put
yeah.
this in there. Let's have fun.
Yeah.
You're not worried about anything showing up crazy on screen. You're not worried about shit getting too gratuitous or too bloody. Like it's good, and like you could sit down with the family. Hey, movie night. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like even when he gives him the yellow powder,
Mhm.
he's like, take a shower. And he's like, just don't get it in your booty hole. He's like, what happens? He's like, just don't do it. You know what I'm saying?
He goes, you feeling good? He goes, yeah. He goes, I use that yellow powder. So much worse than you made it out.
Oh man.
But yeah. All right, man. Well, that's the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. Once again, it is your boy Sarat, aka Makazi.
And your boy Chris Brown, aka Red 4 Delta. That we get out there.
And follow us on Twitter not Twitter, but TikTok and Instagram. I'm trying to upload all the videos and shorts that I have to try to get that shit going. So you see it. I should start doing this at the beginning of the episode, not at the end. But whatever.
Yeah.
I'll change that next time. Anyways, yeah. Follow us everywhere. All right.
Indeed.
Peace.
I'm a warrior.